New to the series? This audio novel is best enjoyed from the beginning. You can find the full playlist right here or in the description.
Chapter 3. Baek Seojin. After a tense dinner, my father, Jinho, went to his study. I heard him on the phone, and my stomach knotted. My father returned minutes later, his face unreadable. "He's coming tomorrow morning at 10, he said. "I don't like it," my mother worried, her voice tight with disapproval. "He's in the military. He has loyalties." "Minji, I trust him," my father insisted, his tone firm. I knew his father. Seojin is smart. He can help us. I couldn't stay silent. "What if he finds out about my power?" I countered, my voice low. "I'll be taken away for tests." My father's eyes flickered with a hint of regret, but his resolve held. "I trust him, Jihe." "I trusted people too," I said softly, the memory of my past life a bitter ache. The discussion ended there. A heavy silence settled over us. That night, sleep was impossible. I kept replaying my past life in my mind, remembering the brief meeting where he saw my power and wasn't afraid. He had offered to help, but Tae refused. Now I saw it clearly. Tae didn't care if I lived or died, as long as no one else could have me. I never forgot the wonder in Seojin's eyes. Across the city, Baek Seojin dreamed. The streets were a war zone. He saw her, a body, burned, missing limbs. Only her head and torso remained, along with a blood-stained pendant. He screamed her name, and time itself seemed to crack. He woke up gasping, drenched in sweat. "Why do I feel like I failed her?" he whispered to the empty room. The next morning, Seojin arrived. My father led him into the main living room where my mother and I sat waiting. The tension in the air was thick. Seojin's eyes met mine, and he froze, a flash of recognition crossing his face. "Are you all right?" Jinho asked, noticing his sudden stillness. "I'm fine," Seojin said, his voice hoarse. The lie was obvious, but we let it pass. For hours we talked about the blackout and the visions, and he listened intently, his intelligence evident in his sharp questions. "Something terrible is coming," my father finally said, a grim resolve in his voice. "We have to be ready." Seojin's eyes, now filled with a grim determination, found mine again. "I've seen the same visions. I'll help you, I promise." "Then you need to see the full picture," my father said, turning to me. "Jihe, show him." My hands trembled. I thought of a bag of chips. It appeared, hovering above my palm. Seojin's shock gave way to grim acceptance. "An inventory," he said simply. "Do you know what my power is in the future?" I shook my head. "No, we only met briefly." The conversation shifted to the black rain, and a heavy silence fell. "I have to go back," Seojin declared, the soldier in him taking over. "I'll go back to the camp. I can't do anything from here. I need to prepare and try to save as many colleagues as possible." "Wait, you'll just leave?" Jinho asked, a hint of desperation in his voice. "I'm not leaving you," Seojin said, his gaze fixed on me. "Stay here, stay inside, stay safe until I get back." With a final decisive nod, he was gone. My dad's mind raced. He asked about my inventory's capacity. I told him I had enough resources for a lifetime, and that the space was probably unlimited. "Money will be worthless," he said, a new plan forming. "Resources are the only thing that matters. We need more for leverage and bartering." He told me we would go out tomorrow to gather more. A new glint appeared in his eyes, a calculated intensity that I had never seen before. With that, he walked out of the room, already pulling out his phone to make a series of urgent calls. The next morning, my dad drove me to a desolate industrial area on the outskirts of the city. We were met by a man who looked like he managed the place, gruff and to the point. He pointed us toward a massive warehouse and left without another word. My dad unlocked the heavy metal door, and I gasped. The warehouse was the size of a football pitch, its cavernous space filled from ceiling to floor with pallets of goods. "This is it," my dad said, a note of triumph in his voice, the best I could buy in such a short amount of time. I bought a mini mart chain. This is their main warehouse. The sheer scale of the task ahead of me was daunting. It took me nearly a full day to transfer everything into my inventory. I moved from pallet to pallet, touching each box and watching it vanish. My mind whirled with numbers, but my inventory stayed quiet, as bottomless as the ocean. Maybe one day, as my power grew, I could just put the whole warehouse in with a snap. But for now, it was a slow, exhausting process. While I worked, my dad paced, talking more to himself than to me. I thought about hiring a security team, he mused, but it's too risky. We don't know who will turn infected. I can't trust anyone, but you. The thought chilled me. I hadn't seen my parents in my past life, and I wasn't even sure if I could save the people I loved most. The next few days, we continued stocking up, acquiring livestock animals, cars, and more. My family was ready. The mansion, once a symbol of my father's success, now felt like a high-tech fortress. My dad, however, couldn't stop thinking about his employees. He called a meeting and, under the guise of an impromptu holiday, gave everyone a few days off. Travel out of town, he told them, a quiet urgency in his voice. Have a holiday or go see your family. He knew it was a flimsy excuse, but it was all he could do. The rest, he told my mother, was up to destiny. That evening, he broke another piece of news to us. I'm bringing someone else here, he said, his voice softer now. My secretary, Minjun. He's been alone for years, a real bachelor. He's like a brother to me. My mother's face tightened with worry. Jinho, we agreed not to bring anyone else into this. What if he doesn't believe us? My father shook his head, looking more determined than I had seen him in weeks. He'll believe us. He's family, Minji. We can't leave him to face this alone. The next morning, Minjun joined us. My dad quickly briefed him and then asked me to demonstrate my power. We had already contained his noble phone, just in case. Minjun accepted the situation pretty quickly and joined us for the final days of preparation.
The story doesn't end here. New chapters are coming soon in the official playlist. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.